Well, I enjoy the growing of the fruit from the beginning to the end of the season each year, and it's just something you grow into. I don't know if there's any real one thing about it, but to take the flower and make it into something edible is quite interesting all the way. We moved here, Fuller's moved here on the small orchard in 1952. I was 12 years old at the time, so don't put it all together. And then I bought my dad's place in 1967, and I married Marty 42 years ago, and we've been putting this place together ever since. And Mike got in it about 8 years ago, I think it was. And the vision is for him to carry on and be sustainable for his lifetime. And if he doesn't at this time, but if he has any kids, then they could then be in it also, because it's a hard life in ways, but it's a good life. It's been very good to us. We've had an enjoyable life. We've had a family together, and we think that's really important. Probably in the spring and irrigating and watch the stuff grow. It just grows from nothing. You can take a peach flower and you break it open, and that little tiny pinhead of green inside that flower is the peach. And if you look close, you can see the fuzz on that inside the flower. And then the thing grows up and it kicks the flower out, and it's a peach. It's hanging on there. It's just as big as a pea, but it's a peach. And then by the time it comes for harvest, it should be somewhere around 2 3/4, 3 inch in diameter. And just to see that, it's just almost a miracle of life that makes that happen. I don't know. It's my dirt. And you know, the old saying, they're not making any more of it, but it's home. And it isn't like we can sell this place and just move. To me, a person in town can live in a house and they decide they want a nicer, newer, bigger, smaller, or whatever when the kids change. But you can't go buy another farm like you got. They're no two farms alike. Now you could go buy another orchard or do this or that, but you look around this place and you remember the kids playing here and the dog there, or riding on the snow machines behind the tractor, or the sleds behind the tractors and stuff. Those memories are here in this place, and I'm sure they'd be in your house, but the person from town seems much more mobile than a farmer, because there's only one farm of his. There's no other. And all a farmer wants is the ground next to him. So you just kind of keep expanding as you can. Oh, we think it's real important that the family works together and plays together. And in doing so on the farm, you can involve the kids. Maybe they don't like it all the time, but in most cases they do. And in Mike's case, he ended up being on the farm, and I was real pleased with that. Oh, I don't know if you teach your kid anything, you know, there's an old saying, why don't you come back home after you find out you don't know everything? Because when they leave, they do. But he spent quite a little time in college, and I suppose one of the most fond memories is he was a senior, and he called up and says, I think I'll come home and help, Dad, and you're putting in some sprinklers in the orchard. And I said, yes. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, well, it's spring break, we got a week off. I says, you're not going on college spring break? You've been to 3 or 4 other places. No, he says, I think I'll come. And that really touched me, because that was a real indication that he would come back and be a farmer. And you know, a guy builds one of these things together, and it takes a lot of years to do it, and you Very pleased to pass it on to your family.